Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video, and for today's video I'm going to showcase my second team which I have used in the single cup, uh, which is again like monotype cup, which I've already mentioned in my previous video. And for this team I am actually using Clefable over here, which is super awesome for this cup. And because Clefable is now having access to Fiary Wind, it does have a really good opportunity for closing out matches, because it has got a decent amount of bulk to it, and also have a high attack stat as well that deals quite a bit of damage. And since it have got quite hard hitting moves, being Moonblast alongside Psychic and or maybe Meteor Mash, so it does hit hard. But since it's a fairy type, I need to cover for Ghost, which is neutral, but it does quite a damage. Steel, because it gets walled by that, and Poison that hits super effective to it. To which I'm going to pair it up with Ninetales over here, which my counter Ninetales and Lickitung, that does well with correct alignment, and Lickitung with its bulk can really put so much effort in pressurizing shields and switch advantage as well. So for this team, I've got my lead of Ninetales that is actually weak against water, but I haven't seen much of water Pokemon in this meta, so that is the reason I've picked this up as well, to cover those steals and do neutral against Ghost and Poison, and Lickitung to do really well against other typing rather than Dark. Like Dark is actually covered by Clefable, so yeah, over here. This team went quite well for me, but though my couple of sets in the first set was actually quite humiliating because I went on a 3-2 loss, but nevertheless apart from that I went on grinding as well. So moving into the first battle, I pick up a lead of Lickitung over here with my Ninetales over in this scenario. So I can take in one body slam, and after taking in one body slam I will be going for the overheat over here to do a really good amount of chunk onto this Lickitung over here, and then I'll be quickly safe swapping out into my own Lickitung to get Iron Energy to whatever they comes back in with. So they comes back with a Kanto Muck over here that is really good for my Clefable in this scenario, because it does not have to face that. But since it have got Fairy Wind now, you will be seeing in the later matches Kanto Muck is not that of a really hard answer to Clefable with energy advantage, because Meteor Mash or Psychic does so much amount of damage over here. To which now I'll be going for the next body slam, and they lets it go as well, which I think they will be going for one more Thunder Punch, which I can easily tank, because that's how tanky a bulky Lickitung is. To which now I'll be going for the hard farm down, which I can get, and now they can easily come back with their own Lickitung and throw the next body slam, which is fine because now I can easily come back with my own Ninetales and get Iron Energy. To which now again their final Pokemon is going to be a Poison type, but it is not game over, because though they are actually running double Poison type on the back, this does not lets me down, because I'll be going for back-to-back Wither Balls over here to get both the shields down from this Kanto Grimer over here. And once the shields are down, I'll be switching out into my own Clefable, because Clefable with energy is so deadly in this meta over here. And now they will be going for the first Mud Bomb, which does not knocks me out, but I have to put the shield over here because I don't want them to farm me down from that kind of range. So which I'll be going for the next Meteor Mash, getting the knockout for the Kanto Muck, and now they comes back with their Lickitung over here, which cannot go for one body slam. Rather than I will be going for the next Meteor Mash to take down the Lickitung over here and get the win for the first game in this scenario, which is really huge because it was a double Poison backline. Nevertheless, moving on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Lickitung, to which they safe swaps into their own Haxorus, to which I have my own counter with it, because Haxorus does not have anything to throw that one shots over here. from that kind of range, and it was quite fast as well. To which now I'll be going for the next Meteor Mash over here onto this Haxorus, which actually will be debuffed, but it does even damage to take it out because how squishy Haxorus is in this meta over here. To which now I think they again now will be coming back with their final Pokemon, with they reveal that, which is actually going to be Registeel over here. And now since they revealed the Registeel, I'm in a quite good scenario right now, because I do have correct alignment coming up in this later stage of the battle, because I will be aligning my Ninetales onto the Registeel and my Lickitung onto their Clefable over here. So I can let this next charge move go through, and they're actually running Flash Cannon with what I believe is going to be Zap Cannon, as far as I remember this battle. So I'll be going for the next move, which will be taking care of the Registeel, but they use this shield over here, which I am fine with, because I will be shielding up the next Zap Cannon as well. And since my attack is dropped, I can farm up a bit of extra energy, and I'll be going for the next Wither Ball over here. So Wither Ball, though it's debuffed, it can take it out from this kind of range. And now since I got both the shields, my win condition over here is going to be my Lickitung. So I can let this next charge move go through, which again ends up being Zap Cannon, and they will be going to switch out into their own Clefable. And since Clefable is fairly spammy right now, but Lickitung is way too tanky to take it out over here with 2 Meteor Mashes. So at least they will be needing 3 Meteor Mash to take me out from that kind of range. And as you guys can see, Lickitung can withstand this like a champ over here. To which now I'll be going for the next Body Slam, which in turn puts the Clefable really low, and I can easily go for the farm down over here. But nevertheless, they can go for one Moonblast to take me out, but my win condition over here is actually going to be my Ninetales over here, because all the shields are down, and I will be shielding this move up, which will be a Meteor Mash. And now they comes back with their own Registeel, and I'll be going with the next Wither Ball, taking the Registeel out and getting the win for the second battle here as well. So GG's to my opponent, really well played. Moving to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Hypno. So Hypno is actually kind of tough as well, because Confusion along with Fire Punch or Thunder Punch or Shadow Ball really do add up. To which I will be going for the first Overheat, and now I thought of making a catch out of the move, which they hold on to the energy, and they went for 5 Confusions over here. So now I'm worried about a Focus Blast, but they are actually running Thunder Punch over here, which they do successfully bait me now, which is really tough situation, because to which they comes out with their own Registeel. Registeel does have a really good matchup against my Lickitung over here, because Focus Blast or maybe Zap Cannon does a ton of damage over here to Lickitung. But they cannot farm me down. Like, they have to go for 2 moves over here to take me out, because they cannot farm down Lickitung with lock-ons from that kind of range. To which now they will be going for the next move, which ends up being Focus Blast, and it does take me out finally. And now I can easily come back with my Ninetales and load upon energy. So if they does not have a good counter in the back, which I thought they did not, but they have a bulky Alamomola in the back to counter my Ninetales as well. So as I was telling that there are not too many water counters which I have faced. This is one of the battles which my opponent is actually using Alamomola as their final closure over here. To which I have to go for my first shield, which ends up being a Psychic. And now I should have went for the bait of Meteor Mash, but nevertheless they will be shielding this up, because one Meteor Mash or maybe one Moonblast does not even take it out as well. And they will be going for the next Psychic, and I have to let this go because I don't have any option. And from this kind of range, I do not have any win condition from this battle, and I concede the match over here with out of respect. So GG's to my opponent, well played. Moving on to the next matchup, I pick up a lead against Sirfetch'd over here. Sirfetch'd, it's cool that I face up in the lead over in this scenario because my Lickitung does not want to face a Sirfetch'd over here, because how attack weighted Sirfetch'd is those counters and Night Slash will be adding up really quick. To which now I'll be going for the first weather ball rather, that the catches onto the catches onto their own Coffer Gigas over here. But now I have got a really hard wall to Coffer Gigas over here, because Dark Pulse from a Coffer Gigas onto a Lickitung does not do anything. So they have to at least go for 3 to 4 Dark Pulses to take me out. I believe 3 will be enough to take me out, but nevertheless I will be it will be enough to farm them down with licks, and then they will be going for the 3 Dark Pulses over here. And to which I can easily get a huge farm down onto this Coffer Gigas, and I have so much energy right now. So I will be unloading this energy onto the next incoming Sirfetch'd over here. And Body Slam, though it's a fighting type, will add up because how squishy Sirfetch'd is in this meta. Like, not in the meta, in general stat product over here. To which they let the next Body Slam go through, and they can easily reach to the next Night Slash end time, or maybe Leaf Blade, so it does take me out. So to which now I can easily come back with my Clefable with shield and energy advantage, to which the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be Muk. So as you guys can see, my Clefable is not that of highly ranked, but poison jumps do not do as much damage which I expected it to do. Rather than it's fine, it does quite a bit of damage, but it's not that high damage. So to which now I'll be going to switch out into my own Ninetales to burn the final shield from my opponent's end, which is quite necessary. And now I have put this game onto my court over here, because they will be forced to throw, which is I believe a Thunder Punch. I can let it go, and I can easily come back with my Clefable and reach to the next Meteor Mash just in time before they can reach to the next Thunder Punch. And rather I was holding on to one shield as well, which ends up being a good game over here from my Clefable as a closer in this scenario. So GG's. Hopping into the next battle, I pick up a good lead this time, because for some reason I switched out into my Clefable as a lead. To which now the safe swaps into their safe swap over here, which ends up being a Shadow Kanto Muk, which I do really like right now, because Shadow Kanto Muk can really handle both Ghost, Fairy and Dark types as well, because Acid Spray along with Poison Jab and Dark Pulse coverage really do add up, and it can handle fighters as well. So it's kind of an anti-meta pick, which is really good. To which now I will be going for the next Body Slam that gets both the shield out of the way from this kind of from my opponent, which is huge, because now what I can do, I can easily come back with my Ninetales and go ahead on energy, because that's the way I can land a potential nuke over here onto the opposing whatever they're coming back in with. Maybe it will be the Umbreon, but overheat to Umbreon deals so much damage over here. And since I have got a really good answer in my back for Umbreon as well, or maybe whatever, it might be a second poison as well in the backline, which is going to be the same thing. But now you guys will see, though it's a Shadow Kanto Grimer over here, so I have to shield this next Mud Bomb, because I'm holding on to 2 shields right now, and I'll be going for back-to-back Meteor Mashes over here. So Meteor Mash from a non-stab Clefable does a ton of damage to XL Shadow Grimer over here, that almost takes it out, and I have to go for the next move right away, which puts me in a kind of troublesome situation right now, because this Umbreon will get onto so much energy right now, because I am energy dry onto my Ninetales. But even though I go for one Meteor Mash, that does so much damage to a bulky Umbreon as well. But now they will be going for the first foul play, and now again they have so much energy loaded right now. They will be going for the next foul play just in time, but I snuck in one one fire spin and I hold on to the game with a sliver of HP, and I do get it over here. Moving into the final battle of the video and the set, I pick up a lead against Mirror Shiny Clefable over here, and since I have got a Clefable with rank 15, I will be staying in this matchup because I will be winning CMP tie, and until and unless they are running a higher rank Clefable than me, higher IV Clefable than me, I will be losing this battle, to which I must have to be aware of a catch they might potentially try to do, to which now I'll be going for the next Meteor Mash over here. So since our Fiary Winds is out of sync now, I have to shield this next Meteor Mash as well, but they cannot outpace me, or rather win CMP over here against me in kind of this scenario, to which now I'll be going for the next Meteor Mash that does boom the Clefable out of the way, and let's see what they comes back in with. So they comes back in with a Coffer, to which I safe swap into my own Lickitung over here in this scenario. So Lickitung is such a great wall to Coffer over in this scenario, and now since I switch back into my Lickitung, they will be coming back with their own Dunsparce over here, which is huge for me because Dunsparce with Rollout, Rock Slide and Drill Run is kind of a threat to my backline of Ninetales, which is great because now they have to throw back to back, I think 2 more Drill Runs to take me out over here, but nevertheless I am doing quite a bit of chip damage with this incoming body slams as well. But now I cannot farm me down, rather they will be going for back to back, maybe not back to back, or maybe one driller and then they can farm me down. But nevertheless I will be going for the next, they will be going for the next drill run to take my Lickitung down from this kind of range, which I am happy with. But now I will be coming back with my Clefable and I'll be going to try to get to the next Moonblast, which I could not reach, and they have to go for a Shadow Ball to take me out, to which my win condition over here is only 1. So I have to take in 1 Dark Pulse from this kind of range, which I can survive, or maybe a Shadow Ball which I can survive, and now I have to go for 1 Overheat to take out this Coffer, but I have to rely on my debuffed Fire Spin to take out this Dunsparce, to which I'm able to reach to the next fire Wither Ball, which I do get to, and I do get the win for this battle after drawing out the knockout for this Dunsparce as well. And now for some final thoughts and conclusions on this team, and mostly on Clefable and Ninetales. So Clefable is actually really good for this meta because it can handle dark types, which is Umbreon, and it's really bulky, but you have to keep it away from this poison types and steel type, to which Ninetales and my Lickitung does really well against. So for the first set with this team went horrible. I went down 2-3, which is not that good, but later on I went on to a 4-1 run with this team, which is really appreciable, I think, for this team. To which that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one with new teams in the Single Type Cup. Till then, peace.